You guys, I'm going to share with you guys a little story. Well, actually, I think we should make Steve share it. So this is another Moto story with Unkie Phil. And this one's close to my heart because when you meet people, and you're going to meet people in your life that are just the best. Like, they're so much fun to be around. And Steve's one of these guys. He's just great to have around. He's a good utility player in any circumstance. So I think I would be remiss if I didn't share with our friends the gun story. Because the gun story, look, everybody thinks motorcycles and everything's like, oh, the guy's a dirtbag, or the guy's not a dirtbag, or the guy's clean cut, or whatever. But there are a certain number of people that are just like, well, you know, I ride a motorcycle, I do my thing, and you know, in my state, carrying a gun is legal. Mm-hmm. So I took the class and I made sure to get my qualifications, and I carry a gun because I do, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm not trying to be, you know, Billy Badass, but here we are.
You never know what's going to happen.
You never know what's going to happen.
Nowhere, you know.
And it is true. We do, you know, you cross country, you're going to be on the road for 26 days. You might have $1,200 in your wallet.
Sure.
There might be bears.
Might be bears.
So it's not a bad idea to have a gun with you. So, again, let our friends know a little bit about the gun story.
All right. So to give you the big run-in on this, it was October. A couple years ago, me and my buddy Ollie were down in West Virginia. We're just doing curvy roads.
Yeah.
On just tearing curvy roads. We get up at dawn. We leave. We ride like maniacs. We do 500 miles on curvy roads in West Virginia in one day, which is impressive.
Oh, that is impressive.
We were riding like hooligans most of the day. However, we'd seen.
And what were you riding? Were you riding your Speed Triple?
Yeah, I was on my 2007 Speed Triple. Yeah. Ollie was on his 09 Yamaha FC1.
Yeah.
But, you know, we had seen cops periodically during the day. But it's weird because in West Virginia, the roads are kind of self-policing with speed. Yeah. The road is 55 miles an hour, but it's across the side of a mountain, so you're not doing 55 for long, let alone fast enough to get a speeding ticket. But so, you know, anyways, we're out, you know, killing bugs and doing our thing. And we're staying at a resort that's up near Cannon Valley, so it's like way up in the mountains. So we kind of lost track of time. We're cutting it close on daylight, you know, and we're trying to get back to the hotel before dark because you're in the mountains. Oh, yeah. After dark in the mountains on a motorcycle, you have deer and you have bear. Yep. And as was once told me, you hit a deer, we'll fuck you up. You hit a bear, we'll fuck you up, and then we'll eat you. So neither thing you want to encounter on, you know, a road on a motorcycle after dark. So we were going down this windy little highway, and I'd seen cops, and I'm pushing it. You know, normally 10 over, you can get away with this. I'm doing like 12, 13 over. Like, I'm really watching the speedo, like.
And we know that 16 over is a ticket. Like, wherever you are, 16 over is guaranteed to be a ticket.
I'm really, like, pushing the envelope here.
Yeah,
like,
you're right on the edge.
Yeah, like, right on the edge. Hopefully they'll let me slide past. We're trying to cover as much land as we can, you know. And lo and behold, as we go around this bend, there goes a West Virginia state trooper going the other way. And, you know, brake lights, he pulls a U-turn, Ollie's on the headset, and he goes, hey, you want me to pull over? Or he goes, the cop's coming after us. I was like, yeah. He goes, well, do you want me to pull over or keep on going? And Ollie was behind me.
I like the way that there's that momentary, we're like, maybe we should do a runner.
Well, I was also kind of thinking, like, I wonder who the cop's going to pull over.
Let's turn this misdemeanor into a felony.
Yeah, well, so I told Ollie, I was like, you keep going, and I'll pull over. Because I was kind of like, maybe he'll chase down Ollie.
Right.
This would be a fun
that's
story.
Actually a really good idea.
Yeah, like, I'll chip in on it.
The sacrificial asshole.
Yeah. So, you know, like, the cop comes up, turns the flashers on. You know, I start to pull over. Ollie
just keeps going.
Yeah, just keeps going.
Oh, yeah.
Lo and behold, cop pulls me over. Son of a bitch.
Oh, went for the easy stop.
Yeah, the easy stop, you know. So he pulls over, he comes up to me, and, you know, I'm legal gun carrying.
Absolutely.
You know,
You've got
legal
your
holder
permit.
And everything.
You got a CCW, as we call in our state, a concealed carry weapons permit.
Sure. Yeah. So the cop comes up, and I informed the officer as soon as he comes up to me. I said, you know, officer, I have my weapon, you know, I have a concealed carry permit. I have my weapon in my right front pocket. It's kind of just above appendix carry. And he goes, okay. He goes, thank you for telling me that. He goes, I would like to hold on to that gun for the duration of this traffic stop. Now, I've heard people debate, you know, tell me like, oh, well, they can't do that, blah, 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 blah. I'm hoping to get out of a speeding ticket, so I'm not arguing with the guy.
I'm not going to argue with him.
Yeah, so I just kind of like put my hands up a little bit, and I told the guy, I'm like, well, it's basically like a Walther PPK. Basically give him the rundown, like, please don't shoot me in the stomach as you take the gun out.
Show him on the suspect where the man touched you.
Yeah, pretty much, you know. So I put my hands up, he unzips my pocket, which I have another grown man, sexy. Like, unzip your front pocket there and reach in, and I'm just like, okay.
All right.
He pulls the gun out, and he's holding it in his hand.
I normally do that for myself.
Yeah, but I'm like, okay, this is awkward. He takes it and he goes, I'm just going to hold on to this for the duration of the traffic stop.
All right, fair enough.
So he puts it in his belt there, and I'm like, okay.
Oh, okay, that's trusted.
Yeah. So, I give him the thing, and he starts giving me the spiel.
Yeah.
About, he's like, well, you're speeding out here. Yeah. He's like, it's getting dark soon.
Yeah, we know.
And I'm like, yeah, I know. We're trying to get back to our hotel. He goes, well, you don't want to be on the roads after night. There's deer and bear.
Way ahead of you on that one.
And I said, yeah, I know. That's why I was pushing the limit, the speed limit. We're trying to get back. Right. Because it's getting close.
Right.
So he was like, all right. He goes, well, and he takes my license and whatnot. And he goes, well, I'm going to go back to the car and run this.
Right.
So he goes back to the car, and he's back there for a little while.
Yeah, he's trying to figure out how undesirable you are.
Sure. So I'm standing there for a while waiting, and he comes back, the sun's getting lower, and it's getting darker.
Oh, it's getting way darker.
Now we're getting low light now,
And now you don't have your license or your gun.
Yeah. So
the idea of you fucking off at this point is pretty well
I'm pretty much at his,
Yeah. If he says we're going to get a room, you're going to get a room.
Yeah, I have no real choice in the matter. So he comes back up after a while, and he starts...
Was he a state trooper?
Yeah, okay. West Virginia state trooper.
All right.
An aluminum Impala, whatever that thing was. And he comes up and he, starts lecturing me again on speed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, and he's lecturing me again on riding on the mountain roads.
Yeah, but there's
like,
not 6 other cop cars back there.
No, it's just one.
Looking pretty good.
Yeah, but he's lecturing me again on why I shouldn't ride in the mountain roads after dark. I'm kind of like, yeah, I know, dude. And the sun's going down, like...
It ain't getting any lighter.
Yeah, come on, dude. Like, write me the ticket or whatever. Like, we got to go. I'm not a fan of riding after dark here in the mountains. So he lectures me for a little while, and he goes, all right. He goes, well, I'm going to give you your gun back. Okay. So he pulls my gun out, and the slide lock is open, and the magazine is out of it, and he hands it to me.
Yeah.
And he hands it to me like barrel down, but like grip towards him. Yeah. So I'm like holding on to it, and I'm like,
All right.
And he goes, it needs a little oil. I was like, okay. Like, sure thing, dude. So he hands me, so I'm standing
there. He'll hand you back and be like, there's more stopping power in the 45.
Yeah, he could give me a lecture like, well, the 9mm is blah, 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 blah. He hands me, so I'm standing there holding this gun, pointing like barrel down.
All right.
And then he starts lecturing me again on the bear and everything.
Yeah.
And then he goes, well, here, I'm going to give you a written warning.
All right.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that,
Right.
So he hands me my driver's license and the written warning. So I'm like, okay, so I have a gun and my driver's license.
And your formerly assembled, contained gun.
Yeah.
And now it's been...
It's the slide lock's open, exactly. The magazine's missing.
It ain't the way you gave it to him.
No, God, no. Long ways from it. And part of me in my brain's like, okay, well, if he keeps my magazine, like, it is cheaper than a speeding ticket.
It is. Yeah, so, I'll sacrifice a magazine.
Yeah, so I'm kind of like, maybe I'll let him have it. It's against the law, but whatever.
Yeah, I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, I could have a speeding ticket. So he's lecturing me more on telling me, he's like, you can't see black bear at night on the mountain roads. I'm kind of like,
as it gets increasingly dark.
Yeah, as it gets darker, I know, dude.
Officer, you could stop this all by giving me an escort to our hotel.
Yeah, it was flashers. You could run blocker and plow the bear for me. And then he lectures me some more, and he goes, all right, here's your magazine back. And he hands me the gun magazine, or the clip, if you aren't in firearms.
Depending on who you're from.
Yeah, he hands me the clip.
Yeah.
Okay, and there's no bullets in it.
What?
And then he hands me the bullets.
Wait a second.
All 8 of them, just like to get it like
so
loose.
He put his fingerprint, he put his thumbprint on every
each round.
single one of your rounds?
I'm like,
that's not smart.
There was one in the chamber too, so he had to clear that.
I know my friends. I would never put my thumbprint on their rounds.
Oh yeah, so it's no way. His gun, his prints are all over the gun now. So he's like unloading it. So I'm like standing there, so I'm holding a gun and like my license and a ticket and like a magazine with like a handful of bullets.
A handful of bullets.
And then at this point, I'm just in disbelief. Like, is this happening? And he's like, okay. He lectures me just a little bit more. And he's like, all right. He goes, no, don't load the gun until I leave. I'm like, okay.
I think he literally just hobbled you.
He basically
did. He basically said he can't leave until he puts this gun food back in the gun magazine. Right?
Yeah.
And so he could just fuck off. Knowing full well that you couldn't be a problem to him as you sat there and went,
sure.
1, 2, 3.
And maybe he still perceived me as a threat somehow. I don't know. I think he might have short man syndrome. But, sorry if you're watching, it's the truth. So I'm standing there and he lectures me for a moment again. And then he's like, all right. He's like, no, don't load it
until I'm gone.
Leave. And I went, I doubt I'll need it. I'm probably going to throw it back.
Don't be getting in any trouble this fire.
But the key
now that I've put my DNA all over it.
now I put my fingerprints all over it. Yeah. But I went, I doubt I'll need it. And real seriously, he goes, you never know. And I was like, what is going on here? Like, and so I'm just like in disbelief. Like, is there something you should be telling me?
Right.
You know, like
in this neighborhood?
Yeah, I thought we were in a mountain. I didn't know this.
I figured we were okay.
I didn't know this was the hood of West Virginia. So I'm just standing there, and he goes back to his cruiser, and he gets in, you know, his whatever car cruiser, pulls a U-turn in the middle of the highway, goes to the median, you know,
disappears,
hits the bumpers, peels off. You know, I'm standing there, and I'm not gonna be standing there like loading a gun on the side of the highway in West Virginia. I've seen this movie.
Just put stuff away.
Yeah, I've seen this movie. This is where 3 more cops come around the corner and stuff. You know, so I like opened my tank bag, just threw everything in there loose, like half zipped up, like I'm gone. And you know, and
you had to leave before you joined the militia.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Joining the militia, was forced to marry somebody's cousin down there. I get off the highway, and you know, my intercom comes back in, you know, when we get in range. And Ollie's like, where the hell were you? And I'm like, dude, that was the weirdest traffic stop in my life. I was like, let's just go up to we'll go back to the hotel, and I'll explain it.
I'll explain it all to you.
So we rode back to the hotel at 25 miles an hour, so we didn't hit a bear. Thank you, trooper, whatever. And we made it, and we lived. But it was by far the weirdest traffic stop of my life.
Traffic stop.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, if you like that, and who wouldn't, we're going to try to give you more of that here with Moto Stories with Unkie Phil. So give your comments. If you think he's full of shit, he's not.
I got the tickets. The warnings.
Yeah. Let us know. Or if you've got your story, let us know too. So drop that in the comments section if it'll all fit. And if you're not sharing this with your friends, you might consider it. Because again, it's what we do because we're having fun with it. In this time, you know, there's only so much good programming on the television, so we have to do our part and help out. So send us a message. It's Moto Stories with Uncle Phil, Unkie Phil. So is that what it is? It's Moto Stories with Unkie Phil?
Unkie Phil.
Yeah, motostorieswithUnkiePhil.com. It's the weirdest thing. It's so long. It seems ungainly and awkward, yet it works, just like me. So remember to ride fast and take chances. Thanks, Steve.
Thank you.
Cheers.